In today's video, everything that I'm packing for backpacking in 2024. And not only am I going to talk to you about the big thing here, the backpack for backpacking in 2024, at least the one that I'm using in this specific instance, and I'm actually going to compare this to its competitor that I was going to take, and we'll explain why. But also I'm going to talk about how I'm getting it all to my destination, which is something that I don't see talked about a lot. So let's get into it. Let's talk about backpacking 2024, the JB Outside list of it all. Right, so we're gonna get to the backpack in a second, but I wanted to bring out the big boy. This is the Mystery Ranch Mission Wheelie 110 liter bag. Now I just did a video on this one, so I'll link it right here so you can go and see the entire walkthrough of this bag. But this is the Mission Wheelie from Mystery Ranch. It's got a polycarbonate bottom, it has wheels, and is 110 liters. This entire backpacking setup fits inside the Mission Wheelie, and included not just this, but some other gear that I'm going to be using on this trip. I'm actually doing a Ragnar relay, which I've done and talked about before. So I've got all of my Ragnar relay specific things, mostly layers of clothes and that kind of stuff, packed away in this Huckberry Slick GR1 26 liter. I'm not going to be carrying this, I just wanted it slick. It's going to go in together, 110 liters, the GoRuck GR1 and the 55 liter Bridger, which I don't think I've mentioned. So that's the in-betweens. Well, not all of the in-betweens, because I am going to be carrying a backpack in the airport. And for that, my beloved Go Wild GoRuck GR1 26 liters. For travel, just because this makes me smile every time I see it, every time I look at it. And so it's going with me as my in the airport, kind of carry all electronics and that kind of stuff, things I don't want to check with my other bag, the Mission Wheelie. So which brings me to the backpacking gear. Now this is the Bridger 55 liters, considered the 65 liters, but I got everything into 55 liters. We're going for 5 days backpacking on the Pacific Crest Trail and some offshoots, but anyway, 5 days packed out here. Total weight right now, dry, so no water, is 30 pounds total. Now it'll probably jump with the water, and I'm probably going to put some more snacks in there and that kind of thing, but we're going to walk through this. And originally, and you maybe remember me mentioning this other pack that I was going to carry. Now this is the Shadowlight 60 from Outdoor Vitals, and this was going to be the pack of choice because super lightweight, nice egg foam crate back panel, which you can take out and use as a sit pad, which also provides some air channelness in there. This thing is under 2 pounds empty, and it's super awesome. What I love about this pack, first of all, is its lightweight nature. Has stretchy bottle pockets, has an upper drop-in pocket on both sides. That was a standout to me. It's just easier places to put your gear and get to it quickly when you're on the trail. Has a place for an ice axe or trekking poles. Has 2 meshy pockets in the front, which are a huge standout because you can put your camp chair or some other things in there, luxury items, maybe a rain jacket, anything in there. And there's 2 of them because it's divided by this zipper. Now the bag itself is an overall roll top design, like most ultralight backpacks that are used as design, but this one goes a step further by adding a zipper so you can get into it. Just a sleeping bag in there right now. No other internal organization, layers, that kind of thing, but it is, I think, an excellent design. Now, why didn't I pick this? Now the advertised weight for this, total weight, is 35 pounds. This thing is 30, so why couldn't I take this? Well, when I tested this at 38 pounds, so I exceeded 35 pounds, wore it out there and around. And what I found is that upper end of the weights just is a little less comfortable. This waist belt is padded sufficient and it is nice. However, I noted that the comfort of that was not quite as nice as I remember from other packs, namely when I did all my training in the Bridger. So ultimately, I agree, 35 liters, probably a max weight for this one, mostly for comfort. If you want ultralight, a bag that kind of bridges full feature to ultralight, this is it. This is super lightweight with a ton of places to store your gear. Again, Outdoor Vitals, highly recommend, link in the description to this one. And I am super sad that I did not ultimately pick this one. But when I went out and tested this sucker, and I load this thing up, not this one, my 45 liter, which is my test rig, 42 pounds, I think it was, 41, 42 pounds. The hip belt design on this is just more padded, able to absorb most of that weight, and then the vest style straps just makes this thing super cool. So 55 liter Bridger, again, link in the description. I did a full Bridger walkthrough before, and so link to those videos right here. Other than that, that's the big one, the 55 liter pack. Now let's kind of break into it and kind of show you a couple things that I'm taking just to give you some ideas. First of all, these front bottle pockets are excellent for hydration or some other things. So one size can be hydration. This is actually the Outdoor Vitals bottle that comes with some of their packs. It's a Hydra Pack, and then I've got a Hydra Pack water filter that's going to go in here, and it just allows me to scoop water out of the river or wherever and immediately drink out of it without having to, pre-filter it. And it is great. This side is going to be an action camera, namely the Insta360 Ace Pro, and an easy to grab configuration so I can kind of just shoot things on the move. Down here in my pocket, I really don't have anything in this one yet. This one's probably going to be snacks. The right side is kind of my utility belt. Have a pocket knife, lip balm. What else is in here? Some bug spray and sunscreen. So there you go, pocket knives, that kind of stuff, pocket knives. And I'm going Benchmade, got this bright orange one, and it is just super lightweight. So that's the reason it's in there. It'll probably actually migrate to my pockets. That's everything that's on this side. Before we break into the inside, let's talk about some stuff. On the outside, I got 2 Nalgene bottles. I got plenty of room to increase my water capacity for those times on the trail where you're not going to have easy access. So I definitely will be carrying these probably full for most of the time. I've got an Insta360 X4 here. I think I'm going to take it just because there's time where you can really get some excellent shots. No drone, no problem. We got this. So on this side, we have my trekking poles. I'm a big fan of these Z style poles. Ultra lightweight. These are the Distance Carbon Z poles in a size that's configured for me. And they're just gonna tuck in right here for now while I'm in transit. Another Nalgene bottle on this side, 1 liter each side. They'll probably be in my hand most of the time. All right, there we go. In this front stretchy pocket, we have, besides the X4, which I'll set aside, I have a Helionox camp chair. This is, a luxury item. Don't need to bring that. I also have, and this is going to go inside, I just didn't have it in there at the time, but this is a Datacrew. This is my batteries, so I have 2 Ace Pro batteries in here, extra, and 1 X4 battery. So hopefully that'll last me the whole time. If not, it'll take plenty of time. Now, I have another luxury item, mostly because if I have trees and I want to get off my feet, camp chairs are great, but I've figured out that E&O makes this is a sub 6 super lightweight hammock and some very nice, these are the Helio suspension straps. So I have those set up. Again, this thing is super lightweight. It's actually lighter than the chair. So those are my luxury items. If I find a place to hang up the hammock, go to town, that's gonna be it. Now, I also have this is a Brunton, a temperature and I just realized it also has the compass. So why am I bringing this small one? So anyway, this one's not going. This is gonna go with me. Now, we'll dive in. We'll go top to bottom. Sure, let's do that. First of all, we've talked about the back panel, so we're gonna lay this sucker down and go about it this way. In this top section, one of the things that I enjoy about the Bridger is this brain is removable, and you can use it as a crossbody deal whenever you want to just leave the whole pack behind. So you can kind of take your other stuff. In here we have snacks, we have the poop kit. We have, this is breakfast, lunch kind of foods. This is snacks. I'm just using GoRuck shadow pockets, pair of reading glasses. And then in this meshy pocket, we have foot care, which is just some, I have some Body Glide and some trail toes and some Luca tape. Then we have the poop kit, you know, gotta have that. We have some hydration, some Noon energy, and then we have a mosquito net, which I don't hope to use, and then some Ziploc bags. Hope to not use that thing, but I might need it, so we have it. So there we go. Those are the things I don't want to fall out when I stop on the go, and I'm otherwise getting out food or reading glasses. Pack that up later. Now, this thing, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this anyway. I'm gonna have to repack this thing because it is not exactly packed out how I want. I just kind of started jamming stuff in there, so I kind of need to rethink through that. But what's awesome about this Bridger is I can get to my campsite, into my tent, which I'll show you here in a second, and then I can just rip this whole thing open and get into the main part of the bag. And this is another big benefit of going with the Bridger, is you can kind of just get into the pack and see everything, which you may not do every time, but it does help you get stuff into nooks and crannies to make the carry more compact. So I am going to bring another Nalgene. This is my electrolyte solution. I don't like to put electrolytes in a bunch of different places, but I definitely like to have it. So this will be the electrolyte carrier. I also have a Be-Free 1 liter. This is how from Katadyn. This is going to be probably my primary way to filter water when I'm not just on the move. I have a Thermacell. Now this is I'm hoping it works. The place I'm going to is supposed to have some really bad mosquitoes. This is going to attach to my fuel canister, and it's going to hopefully keep the mosquitoes about a 15-foot bubble away from me. So, you know, I'm hoping that works. I'll give you if I use it, I'm going to tell you all about it because it doesn't weigh that much. I'm excited to see how it works. Now I have a rain jacket, outer layer kind of thing, lightweight. I have in here in this Patagonia packing cube, which is kind of heavy. I could go a little lighter with something else, but this is all my extra clothes, some layers. I have some Outdoor Vitals trail joggers, which are kind of nice, super nice, actually really nice, lightweight. Have a spare set of clothes and a spare t-shirt for around camp, and extra socks. Lots of extra socks. That's the one thing that I probably will use the most out of. This small packing cube I determined is perfect size for my cook solution. Now I have the MSR, what is this thing? MSR cook system, so there's no fuel canister in there because I can't fly with it, but I have my stove and then the way to carry water, and then I'm taking another water solution. Basically this is gonna be my coffee in the morning, and so I don't have to use everything else. Go buy oatmeal and don't have coffee, and these things fit together nicely in this smallest Patagonia packing cube, which didn't think it would at first, but man, it just fits in there perfectly to kind of keep inside. Inside this other packing cube, this is the, of course, Ultra Shadow Pocket. This is toiletries, first aid kit, spoon. We have Advil. We have some Wilderness Wash from Sea to Summit, titanium spoon, and some emergency hydration canisters. So these are platypus bladders. They're collapsible. That for some reason I cracked something or somebody needs one on the trail, I have a way of carrying water for somebody else or myself. Now I brought, this is all my dinner food inside a Sea to Summit dry bag with some paracord for looping it over a tree. That'll be exciting. Inside this remote equipment packing cube, these are all my electronics, so battery packs, charging solutions for the other batteries if I needed it, but really I'm bringing 2 power banks for things that I'm bringing to keep them all charged. Then the other big thing, this is a Big Agnes UL, I'll leave the description at the bottom, but this is a very lightweight packing tent. Of course I practiced a few times setting it up here at the house because I didn't want to get into the trail and not know how to set it up. Now in this bottom area, which will be off camera for the most part, these are some of my layers and that kind of thing. I've got this very nice packable Outdoor Vitals jacket, which is very awesome. And this thing is highly regarded as a way to keep things comfortable over a wide range of temperatures. So that's why I went with this one. They also sent me this and the sleeping bag, and honestly, the pack that I am not using, but big thanks to them. I've got some of these Nomadix towels. This is gonna be my camp towel drying off. And then I've got a Nemo Tensor camp mat, and then pillow from Sea to Summit, and then inside this stuff sack is the Outdoor Vitals sleeping bag, which I'm really looking forward to testing all that stuff out because I think it's going to be a game changer. That's it. That's the entire backpacking list, minus the fuel canisters, which you can't fly with, so I'm not going to bring it, and some associated things that I'm going to be wearing. Excited to tell you about that. Some of it just hasn't arrived yet, even though I'm leaving in a few days. So that's going to be, you know, kind of interesting. Hopefully it works out. I always have a plan B though. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. This is a quick and dirty how I'm packing for a 5-day backpacking adventure, along with how I'm getting it there in the airport and some other things I'm taking on the move. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Got things stacked up, ready to release, and looking forward to seeing how this video goes from the trail, because I am going to film some stuff. See ya! Little postscript update. Now that I have everything packed inside, full disclosure, I've got the 55-liter Bridger inside. I do not have the GR1, the GoRuck Slick from Huckberry, packed inside. I tried to do it, but just too thick when the 55-liter Bridger is just completely packed out. So instead of carrying it separately, I just took everything out of it, packing cubes and all that stuff. Also, it just all fits inside. So here we are, ready to rock. All my Ragnar relay stuff in here. We have the 55-liter ready to rock, just basically stop, pop it out, and hit the trail, which we'll do here this weekend. Otherwise, got some other odds and ends that I'll need that I didn't have, but anyway, it's all in here, and it weighs 50 pounds. Sneaking into there, right, just less than 50 pounds. There you go. Just want to give you an update. I know I filmed the rest of this video, so hopefully you watched all the way to the end. I sometimes put some hidden nuggets here at the end, mostly bloopers, but sometimes something valuable. So that, let's go to the airport. This big boy, 110 liters. It's got wheels. Perfect.